Well, salutations, kindred spirits, magic nerds, looky-loos, lurkers, friends, magi from around the world. Hey, welcome to TrickSupply. We're moving to Saturdays, if you haven't noticed. And if you haven't noticed, what's up? It's Saturday morning here in Las Vegas, 10 a.m. This is our new time slot. This will allow me to do these things with a little less chance of interruption from our lovely customers, and we can relax and enjoy the hang a little bit. And yeah, nice to see some folks here to enjoy the hang. Sorry to hear you're having a flood there, Robert, but hello and good morning or good afternoon if you're on the East Coast. What's up, Razor? Gary Powers is in the house. Nice to see Gary here. I got a gift for you, buddy. We'll talk about that in a second. And yep, that's right. We're doing it Saturdays now. Jim made it. Hello. And thank you all for tuning in. So I'm not in the internet void all alone. So full disclosure here, you'll see some lovely dice magic behind me. My original plan was to do a stream on dicey things. Another brilliant idea from my lovely wife, Erin, but dig it. We had so much cool, interesting new magic come in the shop this week. I'm doing a little bit of pivot, and I think we're just going to focus on some of the new stuff that's come in, some of the older new stuff. We got some cool old stock for you to look at. And yeah, we're going to do a giveaway, got a little story time. And I say, let's get started now with one of the, here, we'll start with a question and answer. Bro, where you been? I've been here for a year. Yes, I moved from New Orleans to Las Vegas. We're loving it here. 1 year in as of about, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I know, man, there's so much great dice magic. We'll return to this subject. I mean, I got some killer stuff behind me, but I got some killer stuff to look at today. Let's start with a look at one of the hottest new things. Just a minor flex here. Wolfgang, our proprietor, the chief magi in charge here, he hand delivered one of these to Teller this week over, you know, Teller of Penn and Teller fame. We're talking about Spark 2.0. This little beauty is a self-lighting candle, and I've seen a few of these in my day, but I don't know that I've seen one that's as nice as this one. We could do a brief unboxing. I'll give you a look at this thing, but let's take a look at the trailer. What I have to say about it.
There are two types of people in the world. Some see the illusion in reality. Some see the reality in illusion.
Put the QR code up there. If you're interested in this, you can just scan the QR code. It'll take you to our website. You can get a little look at the details and just get right to it. That's cool, right? How much is this thing? $140. Love it. So yeah, Spark 2.0, you can see why that's a desirable product to anyone interested in cool things. If you do spooky magic, or maybe you do a gypsy thread routine, Eugene Berger style, you want to add a little bit of extra flair to your flame use. Well, Spark 2.0 is waiting for you. It's a nice kit in here, and I guess the tutorial does include some extra information for routines that you might use with the candle. Trying not to give the tutorial away here. You get the remote unit, you get the candle, you get some thread to go with it, and then a fine tutorial. This is Spark 2.0. Love it. Maybe you will too. 140 at TrickSupply.com. Let me know if you have any questions. So one of the things, look, gypsy thread, if you haven't seen the Eugene Burger routine with gypsy thread and a candle, oh, chef's kiss, baby. It's so good. So good. Hankman's up in Reno. We met Eric Casey up there. Man, that's on my list of things to do. Travel to Reno to see what's going on up there. I know Tyler Wilson was involved with that show. I don't know if he's still there. And we had Chase Hasty in the shop not too long ago. He's the stage magician up there in Reno. Forget the venue, but yeah, Chase was in here. Hold on a second. I forgot. I was watching this trailer. I forgot to thank Nick for the coffee. Booyah. Nick. Thank you. There, we got that done. All right, so look, this thing came in the shop last week as well, and I've been waiting on a good one of these for a while. If you don't know, let me tell you, I'm a Magic Masters alumni. Magic Masters is the company that produced the Rocky Raccoon back in the 80s and the 90s to great success. And if you're familiar with performers like David Williamson, you've seen him bring this wonderful spring puppet to life. There's been a few companies that have made them through the years. Some are a little less pricey and a little less desirable. Here you're looking at Roxy Raccoon. This is Roxy. Hello, Roxy. Yeah, you're a sweetheart. Come here, come here. And this is a spring animal. It's a slinky in a fur coat, bed spring and a blanket. This is the Tricky Raccoon, and I would suggest that this thing is a serviceable alternative for a product that's been like missing in the magic industry. I do think, I haven't seen them yet, but I think Tannins is making a Rocky, maybe a little pricier than the one I'm showing you today. But again, if you're not familiar with spring animals, Slinky in a fur coat. So you pull down, it's a bed spring. And when you pull down with 4 fingers, he eats out of your hand. Pull back with your thumb, he looks up, you love on him. So four fingers pull down, wiggle the tail, pull him side to side. And then 4 fingers like this will run him up the body. So 4 fingers wiggling, and he just runs right up. When you do that, make sure you use 4 fingers. Don't use 1. Woo! Yeah, 4. Woo! If you want a good time, you take him out to eat with you. This is what I do. I was out at a restaurant not too long ago. I had the raccoon. I start feeding him off my plate, little snacks. The waiter comes by and he says, "Oh, excuse me, sir. There's no live animals allowed in the restaurant." No live animals? Hey, no problem. Just take care of that for me. All right. Yeah. Little classic Rocky Raccoon. And let me tell you, this one is a great option. It handles well. The spring isn't too tight. It's got a lifelike look and priced at $70. I think anyone that's been wanting to put a Ricky Raccoon in their life, or a Tricky Raccoon, I guess is what they're calling this. This is a good option for you. Man, I just had Magic Master flashbacks. Thinking that might make a fun little social media demo. The QR code there will take you to the Tricky Raccoon. If this product interests you, shine your phone at that. And if you have any questions about the thing, let me know. Yeah, I'll tell you who David credits for being, he calls them the Lord of the Springs. Lord of the Springs, Dennis Sowers. Dennis Sowers is one of the magicians who trained me years ago at Magic Masters. And he was not the first, but maybe the best to ever swing a raccoon. And we can all thank David Williamson for, of course, keeping this thing in the spotlight. We got some other Rocky Raccoon handlers in the crowd. Yeah, it's reasonably priced. I mean, back in the 80s, these things were $40, so $70 is actually a good price. Oh man, that teddy bear's that's work. Do I have anything on Escapology? That's a pivot, a hard pivot, but let me show you something I'm actively considering on demonstrating maybe today or tomorrow on a short form video. This is something we have that is a great option to the standard. Well, it's like a chain escape. They use chains usually. Big oval bar in the middle, chains on the end. You get padlocked in. This set is considerably more intimidating. But it still allows for a quick release in and out. So these are our in and out shackles, padlocks not included, but this is a formidable restraint. Your wrist gets padlocked in here, and then the design of the device works the same as the chain escape. Maybe we won't do too much exposure, but you can quickly get in and out of these. And yeah, it just happens to randomly be on my desk. So if I had to recommend an escape product today, I think these are like even less than $40. That sounds too cheap, but that's the escape shackles. What's up, bro? Happy to hear you got your arrowhead and you're loving it. I know we spoke on the phone last week. I can't remember your first name, though. I'm assuming it's not Tree. Oh, these are way better. I would even say they're gooder. Yeah, let's go. I'll tell you what. Let's go over here. We'll find out. We'll go to here we are. Let's go bring this up. This is the Tricky Raccoon page if you want to see the demo on this. I think it's in and out. Let's try escape shackles. In again. It's in again. That's what it is. In again. Out again. So that's the product you're looking for. In again, out again shackles for $39.95. It's really a bargain price. You will need your own padlocks. I need to find some today so I can film this thing. Well, that's the name of that tune. Get this QR code out of here. Boink. There we go. Smart. Paul knows the good stuff before I even show it to the camera. Nice. And double thanks for the continued support, sir. We appreciate you. All right, a little bit of story time here. I've told you all before that literally the best magicians in the world walk through the TrickSupply doors. I've had a few of them in this week. Always nice to see Joseph Gabriel in the shop. He's a regular customer. But it's always fun when we have international visitors who make it a trip to the hallowed grounds on Sunset Road. And look who stopped in yesterday. What? That's right, Jeremy Tan. If you spend any time on social media, you have seen this man throwing it down. He is an expert with a pack of cards and pretty good with other stuff as well. He's a very affable individual, and I'm happy to say just a swell person to be with live as well as online. Jeremy stopped by the shop yesterday, and hey, Jeremy, thanks for leaving a couple $100 here. Found some nice books to take home. We'll take a look at a couple books in a minute from the shop, things that I could recommend. If you don't know who Jeremy is, you might want to go to his website, jeremytan.com. You can learn more about him there. And if you haven't found him on social media, you might want to fix that mistake and go hunt down some beautiful card magic today. He also produces things. This is one of the things he produces, the Beyond Imagination playing cards. And Jeremy was kind enough to leave a deck with me yesterday. He actually left a couple decks of the cards. These are his Beyond Imagination deck. This deck is a marked pack of cards. It's a very attractive deck. And then it also includes a tutorial from Jeremy on magic that you can do with the marks and the deck. And this is Jeremy's Beyond Imagination deck. I wanted to do a giveaway of this deck today, and so I am. And I know this young man, Gary Powers. You're right. He would be so much fun to talk about cards with. I know that this young man would probably appreciate this deck as much as anyone in my universe. If you visit Gary's YouTube channel, you'll see that he is GP/magic, GP-magic on YouTube. And I know Gary does other platforms, but you might want to go drop a subscription and tune into some of the fine social media, deck reviews, card handling, things of this nature. And Gary has been on my radar for a couple of 3 or 4 years now, and when I think about a guy who might actually really enjoy this deck and
these 19
some great use out of it, I'm thinking Gary Powers is my guy. So, yo, Gary, you're the instant winner on today's stream. I'm going to send these to you. I already got your address. I just messaged you right before the stream. This is on me to you. Thanks for being in the universe. Thanks for caring. Now, if you yourself want a fancy deck, you can't get the giveaway. Here's what I'm recommending for you today. Look at these beauties from the House of Orbit. I think Chris Brown makes these. They did print this box upside down, but you can fix it like this. And what you're looking at here is the 3rd edition of the Cardistry Conn Orbit edition. So this convention was held in Japan just a couple months ago, if I'm not mistaken. And these were the cards that Orbit produced for the event. If you'd like a pack of these to brighten your card world, we have them for you on the shelf now. They're right over there. I can see them. Of course, you can order anytime at TrickSupply.com. Bro, you're welcome. I appreciate your enthusiasm. You're a fine young Jedi. Sean, you got to go to JeremyTan.com. Poke around there. You'll find the price over there. These are not something we're selling. I'm just doing a kindness for a kindred spirit today. Hey, speaking of kindred spirits, heads up, Portland. We're coming your way next week. Packing the bags, headed to the Magic Jam. Be happy to see, I've never seen Richard Turner live before, so that'll be a treat. Daniel Garcia always throws down. John Chirac, David Kay. What a great, well-rounded lineup. All it's missing is a killer dealer, and guess what? We'll be there. Trick Supply's packing our suitcases, and we'll be there next week to share our wares with you. I am going to be reaching out on social media today to get some feedback, and if you're listening, please participate. I'd like to know what you would like to see at a convention from a general dealer like Trick Supply. So when I'm packing my bags, I would like to hear from you as to what I should pack in the suitcase. That'll make sure we can all benefit from our endeavors. I have lots of stuff and would love to know what you think would be great to see at a magic convention. I feel like I've ignored one of my favorite topics today, so let's talk about books for just a second. I found a couple of gems. This is a very hard to find book that we found about a dozen copies yesterday. Edison of Magic and His Incredible Creations, The Magic of Burling Volta Hole. This book was penned by Samuel Patrick Smith in 1977. This is the first edition of this book, and it's a desirable title. I've seen eBay listings for over $100. These have a little bit of light shelf wear on them. We've priced it at $20. If you want to fill your gap in your magic library and learn more about one of the more brilliant magicians of our lifetime, check out the Edison of Magic. He's created a card trick that you're all familiar with. I'm going to do my favorite routine with this pack here today, and then you'll maybe all learn a little bit of something this morning or afternoon. So to start, I'm going to pick a card. I never get to pick cards. Everyone else always does. I'm going to use the 4 of Hearts. So that'll be my card. And then you'll need one as well. I'm just going to stop randomly as I drop through the deck. And if you can look at that one, that'll be your card. I'm going to find it with the magic move. Simple magic move, just a little tap. That's the move. Do you know what it does? It hurts. Ow. Got to get the jokes in. It also makes my card jump here. What the? Yeah, that was my card. And on the table is now your 7 of hearts. A relatively easy illusion when you understand I have more than one 7 of hearts. Did you see the extra one? I keep one dead center and the third one next to the fourth one in case I lose the 5th one. So these are the extra cards. And yes, you guessed it. This is a Svengali pack. And if you want to talk about an important magician who maybe changed the face of magic, we're talking about Burling Hole. He invented that classic. Has there been a more classic trick? Maybe cups and balls. But I would suggest that the Svengali pack has started more magicians on their journey than just about any trick in magic. Learn more about Burling Hole. So it's a biography, and it's a biography about Burling and then a selection of his magic. I haven't read it. I just got the stack yesterday. So, and then speaking of books I haven't read, but man, I love everything from this company. The Three Monkeys Publishing House has released Never Mind the Bullocks by Etienne Pradier. This is not a man that I'm familiar with. Let's see if I can educate myself with this trailer.
Never mind the
Beautiful
bollocks, my new books with Three Monkeys, guys. I'm so excited. I put a lot of new stuff, some technique, a rope trick I've been doing for years, even a matrix, credible stuff. I hope you're going to love it, man. And my last word for you will be, punk's not dead, long live the magic.
All right. Love a little anarchy and magic. Marty's coming in with the hot tips. He's a French magician working in the UK. I've seen him lecture. He's pretty good. Mainly close-up stuff. And now we know who Etienne Pradier is. Every book I've seen from Three Monkeys is desirable. If you're a magic book guy and you're not buying their books, you're missing out. That's my book recommendations for today. And yeah, I think I got a couple of more things to look at, and then we'll turn our attention to the chat a little more. This is a good idea and a question. So it'd be interesting to make a video how dealer packs for a convention. What do you take, and how does it get to the venue? Is it like house moving? So yeah, it's organized chaos, I guess. And it depends on the event. So like some conventions that are smaller, maybe we just pack a suitcase or two, put them on the plane, get there. Here at Magic Live, we actually took several of our showcases, our counters, to the Orleans Hotel, set up a virtual magic shop right there in the Orleans. We'll be doing it again this year. If you're coming to Magic Live, we'll see you in August. And so, yeah, Magi Fest was a combination of shipping materials, and Wolfgang actually drove a bunch of product up there. So agreed it would make good video. We'll see if I get busy in stores. I'm prepping to pack stuff, and maybe I can put together a little social media on how we prep for these things. Man, I wish I had a doppelganger so I could do all of the cool projects that I have in mind. But, you know, as the shop gets busier and busier, my time to make videos and do extensive like vlog content gets smaller and smaller. But hey, thanks y'all for shopping in TrickSupply. Do appreciate you coming in here. We can talk about this for just a minute. Like Jeremy, he came into the store, Jeremy Tan. He looked around at all the new stuff and he says, you know, I can get this new stuff anywhere. What are some of the old goodies that you got? So went in the back, grabbed some of the older book titles, and Jeremy was buying stuff like, I know he picked up like an older set of lecture notes from Ted Leslie. He got some mentalism from Tony Benarelli. And, you know, things like a little bit off the beaten path. These are the things that we have that are unique to TrickSupply that maybe you don't find in other places. So pros come in here. They often buy consumables, you know, maybe they're buying loops, sponge balls, flash papers, decks of cards. That's pretty common. Double cross, get a lot of those. But books, and then the hard to find niche items, maybe utilities on occasion. I mentioned Joseph Gabriel. He's keeping the rent paid by buying silks around here, so we appreciate that. So there's a little name drop, a couple things I get. Hello from Ashtabula. Is that a thing? Where the heck is Ashtabula? All right, let's go to the website. I'll show you my recommendation for a reel here. Where are we? So this one doesn't break the bank. And it's a simple reel. There's no breaks or extra doodads on it. But if I was going to recommend a go-to reel that's going to be a workhorse for you today, it's this one, the Jumbo Brass Reel. And if you're like me, you're going to end up buying 10 different reels and, you know, trying to find the one that works for you. I'll tell you, the one that I still have in my house that's worked for 20 years is the cheaper model that resembles this one from, it's an import, and it's a value model, and it's a good one. And that's my suggestion for a reel here today. My eyes on the chat as we go through. If anyone else has questions, I'm looking for you. Let's take a look at another new thing. It is the winner of the worst magic packaging of the week. Holy cow, shield your eyes from the Helix Case packaging. It is a nice contrast from the all black boxes we've been getting for the last decade. But yikes, maybe too much of a contrast. The Helix Case is Jackie Yu's new deck production, and I could talk about it, or we could look at it. I say let's do that. Here is Jackie Yu's Helix Case.
Hi guys, I'm magician Jackie Yu. Oh my! This is my Helix Case. You can produce a deck of cards or anything you want. It's really surprising and visual and fun to perform. I think this is perfect opener and it's the best way to grab your audience's attention. Helix Case is very easy to do and the gimmick does everything for you. If you can hold a deck of cards, you can perform Helix Case. In the box, everything is included and all you need is just a deck of cards. I'm going to teach you exactly how to do it. It's so fun to perform. I know you're going to love it. If you want the fun and easy to produce a deck of cards, Helix Case is a perfect. I love Helix Case and you will love too. So get your Helix Case today. Come on.
Cool, right? I would suggest this product has use beyond the deck production as well. And that is Helix Case, new from Jackie Yu. Check it out, TrickSupply.com. Here's a question. Does the reel have a break? That one does not. This is your break. Pinch. You just pinch it. So it is a routine dependent on whether or not that simple reel would work for you. And yeah, that's the name of that tune. All right. Not new, but kind of new. 5 minutes before the stream, I got a big bag of new stock on our sponge bunnies. If you know, you know, we've been making these 3D rabbits. This is a great product that includes the grandpa bunny, as we call it, a jumbo bunny production, 2 adults, and then 5 of the baby rabbits. And this is the new production line, and very happy to report these are a softer sponge than the last batch we got, which makes this already desirable product even more desirable. Super happy to be feeling these lovely soft bunnies in my hands today. If you've had trouble finding them on our website, well, they're back. They're softer, bigger, better than ever. The bunnies, you can get them at TrickSupply.com. Man, I'm really happy with that package. Oh, that's right. Alice Cooper's throwing down with Chris Angel. I think they've got like a 2-week run. It's a limited engagement over there at the Planet Hollywood. Not going to lie, I wouldn't mind seeing that little bit of weirdness. Might have to take out a personal loan to make it to that show. A pretty penny to get over there. Man, so much good magic in Vegas right now. David Blaine is doing his residency. He was appearing last night. David Copperfield mentioned he's wrapping up his run at the MGM. 25 years at the MGM. He's got a couple of 100 shows left and his run's done. If you haven't seen that show, it's the most amazing magic you'll ever see in that room. Probably not. It would have to be a very small raccoon if you wanted to do that. Let me look around, make sure there's nothing else I wanted to talk about today before we start winding down this stream. We did have this lovely item come in the shop. I feel like if you've been looking to do the nest of boxes at all, this is a good option for you. Maybe we can do a little guessing game. I'm wondering if anyone can guess how many boxes are in this box. I'll give you a hint. It's more than 2. So this is the nest of boxes, where a box is in a box, is in a box, is in a box. I'm curious what you think a reasonable set. Yes, nest of boxes. Yeah, that's a reasonable number. 4, 5 would be reasonable. Let's find out together. 7's good. Can we get 7 out of here? Is that 12? Who's going to sit through that? That's the whole show. So, what do you do? What's in your show? Well, I do an extended nest of boxes. It has 42 layers. Can it fit a watch? So here's what I'm going to suggest. I'll show you what's in here. So there's one. And inside that box is another box. And inside that box is another box. What's that? 3, 4? That's 4. Inside this box is another box. This box is probably watch size. So if you wanted to do a watch, maybe you just use 4. Or you can maybe get a watch in the 5th one. As we say on the product description, you can take away some of these boxes to use less. 5, that's 6. If you were going to do maybe a bill or a folded card, it might be in here. But if you wanted to do a finger ring, maybe the finger ring is in here. And whoever said 7, winner, winner, chicken dinner, that's the nest of boxes. And yeah, this is a great set for value price. I think we, let me see if let's just look. I don't want to misquote this thing. $189. So you get the boxes, you get a metal slide, the secret device that loads the object into the box in the box in the box in the box. And yes, 7 options. 7 boxes. So that's new. This is an import item. We did have a couple imports come in this week that I'm very happy to see in the shop. I'm going to show another one of them to you right now. This is a coin a version of a coin trick that I've had in my repertoire for years now. When I started doing social media a couple years ago, I picked up one of these for myself on the regular market. This is the Oliver Magic Hopping Half with a Morgan dollar and a Chinese Palace coin. And the unique thing about this is the contrast of the coins. In particular, you get a hopping half style effect with a coin with a hole in it, which causes some problems. So I'm going to show you this trick, but I think if I eliminated the Morgan dollar, it would be a little bit easier to follow. So, oh, hold on, that's wrong. Let me start over. I messed it up there. It's actually the Chinese coin that you want to eliminate. So I'm going to eliminate the Chinese coin, and we'll just use the, oh, hold on, that's wrong. It was the silver coin that I was supposed to eliminate. Or was it the Chinese coin? Maybe that's it. I'll get rid of the Chinese coin, so that'll just leave the silver coin. Oh, wait a minute. No, I was right the first time. It's the silver coin that we're supposed to eliminate. So if I get rid of the silver, that's it. What does that leave under the case? The Chinese, the silver, both? Oh, you know what? Never mind. It was a dumb trick anyway. Forget about it. Why do I feel like I missed a step in that hopping half routine? So yeah, this is the Oliver Magic hopping half set with an Asian coin and a Morgan dollar replica. And this is the piece that really is a fooler. This thing right here allows you to go from one Morgan dollar without a hole into two coins, one that has a hole in it, and that's a conundrum. And in my opinion, is one of the best hopping half sets on the market today. That goes there, that goes there, that goes there. And at $42.50, if you're not doing the hopping half, why not? It's a great trick. We also started carrying the quiver purses again. Those are back in stock this week. And the quiver purse is a great addition to any hopping half routine. You can find those on our website as well. In addition to the hopping half, we've added digital dissolve back to our shelves, and this is a transposition of a silver and Asian coin. It's a very visual effect. It's like uses a slippery Sam style gimmick. This is a really great value option, less than $30 for these finely crafted coins. I would suggest there's a universe where these work well together. Man, I feel like I wish I had hours every day just to ramble about all the cool stuff that we have coming in the TrickSupply universe. Let me look around. Is there anything else? We could go off the rails and spend 30 more minutes talking about the dice magic, but I think I'm going to save that for not next week, because heads up, next week I'm in Portland, so I won't be here. Maybe I'll try a live stream from the booth or something like that. That always depends on the Wi-Fi where I'm at, but maybe we can do that for you live from Oregon next Saturday. The quality of these coins, they're great. You know, replicas can be hit or miss, but let me tell you, if you see a product that has the Oliver Magic name on it, you're going to be happy with the value option you're buying. These are replica coins, but dang, they're good ones. I've had a set in my collection for 4 or 5 years. I've used them hundreds of times, and they look great. They're, you know, sometimes replicas will discolor a little bit or get weird on you. Not these. These are great. So that's the quality. Good. Let's do dice magic. At least one, please. Maybe we'll look at this one here. This is not one that's in my repertoire, but Gary mentioned this. I'm going to fake my way through this lovely routine from Daryl. I'm curious if the chat has any dice magic they love and use. Like, you guys have stuff that you like to use? Let me know if you do. I think my favorite thing on this shelf is this one. Radical Dice by Soul Stone. This is a DVD set with gimmicked dice. So it's got several dice routines, the sax dice, like a 2 in the hand, 1 on the pocket, and then Soul's Radical Dice Finale is just a killer. Ooh, that's a good one. Problema. That's a winner. Hey, Tim, what's up? Good to see you, bro. All right, here we go. Dice magic. Full disclosure, I'm winging it. So I would suggest that this piece of magic is maybe more appropriate to do after you've done a couple other things with some dice. And I would suggest also that this is a better trick to do in a spectator's hand. Like I'm going to do it in my hand, but if you give your spectator the dice to hold, it's going to be better. Then you take your spot remover. That's what this thing is. It's the spot remover. It's a spot remover stick, obviously. And if I just wave over the dice like this, look, I get all the spots on the stick from the die. And when your spectator opens their hand, the die is completely blank. All of the spots have been removed. And that is Dicey Dots by Daryl. $14.95. Easy to learn, easy to perform. It's got online instructions. Everything's included. Holy cow. One of the better, cheaper tricks. But it doesn't last long. So Dicey Dots by Daryl. You get the spot remover. This is just doing the paddle move. Allows you to change the stick from spotty back to blank. And then a simple sleight of hand switch. I use the Bobo switch to switch the dice. And then as you go in your pocket, you just leave that behind as you bring the stick out. That allows you to end clean. We know Daryl likes to end clean. And there, that's an easy recommendation for a great trick. Dicey Dots by Daryl. And yeah, there we go. We did it. We did a dice trick. What else? Can I help anyone else with anything? I got about 10 minutes before I got to go open these doors for the shop. But I also have a disaster on my desk and lots to do today. Let's see if we can pivot around, see what's going on in the shop. There's a lot. It's a lot going on the Doug desk today. Let me double thank everyone for tuning in to our Saturday streams. Reminder, we're going to be doing it at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 Eastern. Moving forward, here's a question. The price of the Radical Dice, I think that's $39.95. That is the DVD and I think a regular die and a gimmick die inside of it. More books. Oh, man. I'm gonna opt out for more books because that's a rabbit hole that I'll just endlessly talk about. Clear dice, huh? That's interesting. Dude, that would be a great follow-up. You add some of Eric Stevens' sleeving techniques to the spot remover. Pew. Very cool. I like Dicey Dots. It's great. So that one on the shelf over there, that is actually a hardcover version of the Wilson course. Hard to come by these days. That is a estate book. So it's got some light wear on it. We have it priced at $30. It's for in-store shopping. You could probably get it shipped to you if you send a nice email. We could PayPal you, but it's going to cost an arm and a leg to ship that book. Just be aware of that. I gave it about 1 minute. You know, it's such a controversial topic, and, you know, I'm a fan of innocent until proven guilty, so I'm not going to, you know, even go there. Like, the man's a goat. He's inspired more magicians probably than any man alive, and let me tell you, the magic I've seen him do throughout my life is the best. So I'm going to give him that, and I'm going to get over there and see that show before he's done doing it, because damn, it's good. That might be minorly problematic, but I could probably find a student in store for you. Let's chat more about that later, Nick. If you would like to contact me privately, I'm going to suggest that you send an email. You can find me on social media, of course, and just, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram, TikTok, any of those places. Do I have our email address? sales@TrickSupply.com. That's the email. Drop a line. Let me know what you need. Thanks for your interest. I also answer the phone here, so feel free to call. I'm here 11 to 6 most days. This is a production die. So maybe you've seen something like Paul Gertner's dice routine. This thing is beefy and heavy. It's a formidable production item. You can find these on our website as well. I think if you search for Jumbo Dice, they're about $38 and heavy. Yeah, I originally thought that the last show is the one I wanted to go to. I got word from someone that works with David that last show is probably invitation only. So you got to know someone to get into that one. Maybe the next to last show. And maybe I'll just be asking for some favors from some locals around here to get my face in that space. Jake Lindsay in the house. What's happening, Jake? I know we do carry some Dwayne Laughlin's. Is that Dwayne in your picture there? I would suggest that if you type Dwayne Laughlin into our search bar at TrickSupply, you're going to see a few things pop up. I know Dwayne has a beautiful silk line. He's got some great gospel magic and some fun parlor props. I'm sure we have some of his things in the warehouse. Well, I feel like I could at least ask Chris Kenner and maybe he would say yes, maybe. But I also feel like hundreds of magicians from around the world are going to be doing that same thing. But yeah, and if not, I'll just, I'll buy a ticket. If you're looking to see me on a Las Vegas stage, we're continuing to do Wonderground. It's not next week, but the next, every third Thursday at the Olive on Sunset Road. I'll be back next week after next, doing that with Jeff McBride and friends. Should be a banger. It's a great party. One of the best magic hangs I've ever been to. If you like magic and you're in Las Vegas on the third Thursday of the month, come down to the Olive and say hi. And yeah, that's where I'll be performing this month. Again, we'll be at Portland next week. See you there. And I'm going to be wrapping this up here. I will, as mentioned one more time, be in Portland, so not here next Saturday. Maybe we'll get a little live in from Portland. I don't know. We'll try and do that if I can. And then stay tuned for notice on our socials for when our next Saturday stream will be. It'll be in 2 weeks. Thank you, Mr. Link. Thank you, Mr. Askins. Gary, enjoy your freebie. And yeah, time to get open on a Saturday. I'm going to go pop those doors open, and I'll see you guys in a week or two. Ciao, bros and ladies, if you're out there. Everyone else, see you next week.